Hello, welcome. Let's try to solve another Leetcode problem 301, remove invalid processes. So for this problem, we are giving processes and we want to remove the minimum number of invalid processes to make the input string valid. And in this example, we can see that, so for example, if we move this processes here, so it's going to become this one. Another case is that so what if we just remove this processes, this one. So what's gonna happen is this is open and close and close, and this is open close. So this is another case. So there are only two cases. So before solving the problem, let's just check the countries, because the length of the string is only 25 and there's only 20 processes in the string S. So maybe if this is a small number, maybe we can solve it by using the brute force. So the idea is that we want to put the processes into a set. So for example, let's just use a simple example. So maybe from the beginning, we have a set of this one, open, close, and close. So this is our set from the beginning. So now what's going to be the next step? So we're going to use BFS to check if we can produce valid processes. So so for the next step inside our set, it's gonna be, we can remove this one. So this is a close. We can also remove this one in the middle. So this is open and close. Or we can remove the right side, this one. So it is also open and close. So as this is a set, so this is a duplicate. We just remove it. So currently, this is our new set, so we're gonna understand it as a new level. So this is the previous level, it is inside a set. Now we have a new level. This new level is inside another set. So inside the new level, we're gonna check if some of them is valid processes. So for example, this one. So definitely this is the answer. Because the length of the previous string is 3, so currently it is 2. It means it is valid, and it is the minimum number of removals. But we can continue to remove. So for example, for this one, we can remove the left and the right. It's going to become an empty string, but this is not the minimum of removes. So this is why we're going to have this answer. So this is going to be the answer. So we're going to stop the BFS currently from this new level. So this is a new level. Or we're gonna call it next level. So this is gonna be the next level. So let's just try to understand it. So we're gonna have a level set. So inside of the level set, we're gonna put the string inside. So this is our string, and then we're gonna use the BFS to check the next level. So this is gonna be the next level. So inside of the next level, it's going to be something we are not sure, maybe S1, S2, or something else, or S3. And then we're going to check inside of this S1, S2 until maybe this is Sn. If there is any valid processes, so we're going to stop the BFS. If there's any valid processes, we're going to stop the BFS and we're going to have the final return. And for checking if string it's a valid processes. So this is a Leetcode easy problem. We're gonna check it directly. So I will not explain it. I will directly explain it inside of the coding. Now let's just try to start the coding. So we're gonna define is valid. So this is for checking a string if it is a valid process or not. So I'm gonna write the function later because this is easier. Now I'm gonna prepare a level set. So inside the set, it's going to be the string S. Now I'm going to run the BFS to check if we can find a level. If we can find it, definitely we're going to return the final result. But how can we find the next level? So we're going to use a valid list. So inside I'm going to turn it to a list, and then I'm going to use a filter, because this is for saving several lines of code. I'm going to directly use this filter. So inside of the filter, first of all, it's gonna have a valid, it's gonna have a check function. So this check function is valid. And then we're going to use this function to filter a set or array. So currently we're going to filter this level. Yeah. So if this is valid, I mean from the beginning, so for example, if we have an open and close parentheses, so for example, from the beginning, we have open and closing parentheses, so directly we're going to return this. We will not continue the BFS. Yeah. So if this is valid, so we're going to directly return the valid. So otherwise, we're going to prepare a next level. So this is going to be a new set. So I'm going to prepare an empty set. Now, I'm going to check everything inside the level. So for everything, it is every item inside the level. And for each index inside the length of the item. So I'm going to put everything inside of this new level. So this is a item to I plus item to I plus 1. So this is just the brute force. Let me use another example. Yeah, maybe we have this one. And now we're going to check the next level. Maybe we're going to remove this one. And maybe we're going to remove the middle. Or maybe we're going to remove the last. So this is what's the meaning of this lines of code. Yeah. Now we prepared all the cases. And lastly, we need to assign it to the level set. So the next level going to equal to this level set. So this is the main function. As you can see, this is only several lines of code, and then we can solve the problem. Yeah. Now we're gonna check is this valid. So we're gonna prepare a left and right counter. So from the beginning, it's gonna be 0 and 0. Now I'm gonna loop through the string. So for C inside of the string S, if C equal to open, so the left parentheses are gonna plus equal to 1. So else C equal to close. So the right counter gonna plus equal to 1. So if left should always more than equal to right, but if left is less than right, so we're gonna return a false immediately. Otherwise, we're gonna return true. Yeah. So this is a valid function, and it have many different ways to write this function, but this is just a Leetcode easy problem. Yeah. So combined with this BFS, so it's gonna become a hard problem. Yeah. Now let's just try to run it. It didn't work. For I in range length of the item, yeah, let me just check it. Yeah, let me just print out the item. So maybe the item is not okay. Yeah, it seems that the item is okay. Oh, this is if. This is not if. This is another for loop. So this is why it is wrong, because it is a typo. Yeah. So we're gonna loop through all the index and enumerate all the possible cases and put it to the next level. And then from here, we're gonna use the filter to check. So this filter is just to check inside the level set if anything that is valid. So we're gonna put it inside an array. If we have this kind of valid array, we're gonna directly return the final result for this level, and we will not continue because we're gonna return a unique strings that are valid with the minimum number of removals, because we need to have the minimum number of removals. So for example, for this one, the length is 7, so after removal the length must be 6. It cannot be 4 or 2 because we need to have the minimum number of removals, so only those two are valid. Yeah. So we will not continue to check. Now let me just run it. We didn't pass for the last testing case. Let me just check. Yeah, for the last one, we should return an empty array. So definitely this is not okay. But we think this is valid. Yeah, because this is not returned true. This is a L equal to R. Yeah, so I did something wrong. Yeah, because definitely finally we need to count if they are equal or not. This is for earlier stop. If from the left side the counter is less than the right side, the open processes is less than the number of closing processes. So definitely we're gonna return false. So otherwise finally we're gonna check if the number are equal or not. Yeah. Now let me just run it. Now as you can see it works. Now let me just submit it to check if it can pass. Yeah, as you can see it passed for all testing cases and it's pretty fast. Let's just analyze a little bit about the time complexity. Although this BFS is a little bit difficult to analyze. First of all, let's just check this is valid. So for the string, if the length of the string is 20, so for the isValid function, it is just 20. According to the longest length of the string, it is 20. So this is just a for loop to check. So this is 20 for this isValid. And here we have the BFS. Because for the BFS, we are not sure from where we're gonna stop. And also inside the yeah, let me think about it. Yeah, so the longest string, the length of the longest string gonna be 25. The length of the string for the longest is gonna be 25. So for here, from here it is 25. This is the maybe the first level. Yeah. So for the second level, we're gonna have too many different cases. It's gonna be like if we remove one, it's gonna be 24. Yeah. So the length is gonna become so the length is gonna become 24. Yeah, so all the length is gonna become 24. If it is here, if we find something which is valid, so definitely we're gonna return true. But unfortunately, if this is not valid, we're gonna continue to check. So the BFS is gonna continue. So then the length is gonna become 23. 23, of course, it is not. Maybe it is valid because inside it can be some other characters. It may be A or B. Yeah. And then we're gonna continue to check. So for some other cases, maybe it is always open processes. So what happens for this case? Yeah. So if the length of this one open processes it is 20. So yeah, we're gonna continue to check. So from 20, it's gonna have 19 different cases, and it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be always open, but it's gonna be the same. Yeah, for the set. And next, it's gonna be the length is gonna be maybe this is a 19, this is a 18, but the level gonna be only one because this is a set. And similarly for other cases, but this is really difficult to analyze the time complexity, but it works. Yeah. I mean, inside the set, it can be any different kind of cases, but we're gonna analyze it according to what gonna be all the differences of the open and closing processes inside the set. So yeah, so for each processes, we can have these processes, or these processes can be open, or it can be a closing processes. So I think it's gonna be 3 to the 3 to the power of 20. Yeah, so for example this one, it can be nothing, or it can be open, or it can be closed, and similarly for the next one. So we're gonna check all the different cases. Maybe this is yeah, not okay, but basically it's gonna be around this number, I think. Yeah, I think the hard part is for analyzing the time complexity for the problem, and accept that everything should be okay for understanding how to solve the problem. Thank you for watching. See you next time.